Yay, we're live on YouTube. Today I have with me Luis to talk to me about downloading. This is the Tech Talk, and it's basically an immersion, which is a conversation. We are here to practice English and to be nice and talk to each other about many subjects, right? Here we are just to talk. It's not a class. Nobody here is going to teach you anything, Luis, just practice, all right? But if you who are watching us on YouTube or on Spotify or listening to us want to have classes, you can find more information on talkandtalk.com.br. There are classes available for beginners and intermediate students in Spanish, French, and English. And as usual, we're going to start introducing ourselves. So, Luis, who you are, where you are from, do you work in tech? Share with us.
Okay, thank you. And let's go. Good morning. My name is Luis. I have 28. I'm living in a small city in the countryside of the Minas Gerais state. The city is called Martinho Campos. It's a really small city with 10,000 inhabitants, maybe. And I like to ride a bike. I like my dog. Mm, and I work with tech. I work with cybersecurity. And that's it.
Very good. So we are talking about a subject that I think is going to relate a little bit to what you do and to your universe, like downloading. When we download stuff, there are a lot of viruses and things, and definitely not safe. Mainly the way we do it, like for example, me, I always download things from weird websites, and definitely not safe. I'm Bruna. I work here on Talk and Talk as a community manager and also as a teacher. I've been a hostess here since September 2021, and it's always a pleasure to be here. This is not my comfort zone, definitely not talking about tech, but we're here to learn from each other. So I think it's going to be nice. So, Luis, do you feel that downloading is the same as stealing something from a shop?
Well, yes, I do. Sometimes I feel this because when, uh, it's a little bit hard question, really. But let's think that the person writes a book and sell on the internet, on the shops and stores, and you simple go there and download totally free. And
Do you
yes, I
usually,
think
is this something you like usually do? Download stuff
yes.
or like try to find things, like because I have a Kindle, and there was a website called Z Library. It was perfect, you could find all the books you wanted, and then the owner of the book was caught.
Yes, yes, please share this website with me.
No, it's not working
So,
anymore. Like
oh,
the
just
police found out, and now the like it's blocked. It's not available anymore, unfortunately. Because like for me, it was amazing. I didn't have to buy the books, but I
uh,
understand like what might be the consequences of downloading things, like not only for us but also for companies. What do you think?
well, the people sometimes put a lot of effort doing their jobs, doing their movies, doing their books, and it's like a unpaid work. I think sometimes I use it. These I remember that some years ago I would like to read a book about Formula One. I like Formula One, and I would like to read a book from one of the most important engineers in the Formula One, and I searched for the book, and I find in Amazon almost 400 reais. It's very expensive for me.
Mhm.
And one friend, oh, wait, and he searched on a Telegram group. I don't know the name,
Yeah.
and and he got the book and gave me. Oh, that's it for me. It's a little bit strange. I read the book, I like it, but I think too about when I was at the university. There is a lot of platforms with articles that you need to pay for this, and in this case, I think different from the books, from the books for sale, for example, because
Why?
when I was at the university, I needed to access these articles and I can't pay.
Mhm.
And I don't know if exists but yet, but there was a website that you put the code, the ID of the
Mhm.
articles, and you get the articles. And for this, I think that this is good. This is, I don't know
Yeah.
exactly, but I think that in this case, for the science purpose, for example, it's important to be more open than
That's
we
true.
have.
That's true.
Yes,
Yeah, it's true. And it's a good point, you know. Of course, when we are talking about books, like we are talking about a chain, about companies, right? Like sometimes big companies, and we are talking also about advertisement. Well, a lot of things, right? Like mainly nowadays with the internet, a lot of companies are advertising books and like I don't know, like paying for influencers to share the books on TikTok. There's like a hashtag called book talk, and I've been seeing some TikTokers like sharing and like promoting books, you know, and they are paid for it. So it's definitely and it's an industry, right? Yeah, really difficult.
yes, yes, very good point.
Yeah.
A very
I
good
was
point.
The next question is about musicians. First of all, did you used to download music or songs when you were younger? Like, did you have MP3, something like this?
Yes, I did, and I downloaded a lot of music at that time. It's the I don't know, but about 10 or 12 years ago, it was the only way to get new music, to know what's happening. There was a software, I don't remember the name, but there was a software that you can just click on the music and the download starts by parts and split the music in a lot of parts and start to download, almost similar to torrent. I don't know the
Yeah.
technology exactly, but nowadays I'm using a lot of YouTube, Spotify, but at that time
How do you
it's,
think? How do you think these streaming apps changed the industry?
well,
Because
I don't
we
know,
use it
but
to download, right? And it was like it wasn't like we knew it was illegal, right? Like we knew it wasn't right, but we didn't have money to pay to pay for the CDs and the discs and everything. And now like we don't worry too much about buying. I don't know about you, but I don't buy CDs anymore. You know, it's just streaming and that's it.
well, when I was child, for example, I remember that I went to a shop, to a CD shop,
Mhm.
and you didn't have uh, a lot of freedom to know about the music. All right, you just need to buy. I remember that I saw a lot of points in the shop that you put a phone and listen parts of the
Yeah.
music. Nowadays it's a little bit strange because when we have YouTube, for example, there's a lot of content and a lot of new musics. I don't know exactly how this change, but I think that the industry uh, adaptando, I don't know the word
Adapting,
exactly.
adapting.
Adapting, yes, to a new way to share the music, and I think it works. Not everyone have internet access, but
That's true. But like most
yes,
of us have, right? Like most
yes,
of people have. Yeah, that's true. I was thinking here that I at that time when the apps were released, I read something about it because of course CD they were a way of artists to earn money, right? Like they because it like when we didn't have apps or things like this, they earned money from the CDs. And I read something that after that they started on investing on the concerts, you know, so trying to like make more concerts or do like something like this in order to get money from there, you know. So of course they like needed to change and the industry changed, right? Now have social media, they can profit in other ways, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of illegal CDs. In my city, for example, there wasn't an official book or official shop for CDs, for example, but you can buy illegal CDs, pirates in a literal translation.
And I don't know
And
about you, but I learned how to make my own. I use it to make my own CD.
yes, yes. Uh, you can do, you can make your playlist, for example. It's very simple nowadays. You can merge a lot of artists in one playlist. It's a kind of way to keep the listener more, keep the listener in the apps, for example.
Engaged, right? Like
Yes,
using more.
engaged. Yes,
Definitely,
definitely.
definitely. Yeah, very good. And it's much but it's good, right? Like nowadays we can access everything. Like all the if you want to find a new artist, it's much easier, right? I don't know. Of course, there are some CDs that are not available on these apps, but like most of them are, right?
Yes, yes. There's a lot of algorithms to show you new new singers, new musics, I think. And let's think about a little bit. I watched the series on Netflix about the Spotify, and it's very interesting how it works, how they started to share music. But when you think about the CDs and apps, for example, when I had the CDs, you just get the CD that the big industry, I think, wants to give you. For example, you was in a shop, for example, you just listen musics that they want. For example, in that points of to know the CD before they buy. But nowadays, I don't know. I think that is not different a little bit because the YouTube will show what YouTube wants to show you based on your preference, of course. But I think yet that is a little bit lobby. I don't know if I can use this
Yeah,
word.
yeah.
That's a
This is
bit,
this is really complicated because, for example, some last year in the beginning of the year, I had a student that she was really interested on documentaries on Netflix, and she was always sharing with me, oh, like did you see that movie? Then and I was like, I've never heard about it, like, and I understood that Netflix has never showed these things for me because it isn't, these are things I am not interested in, but at the same time, oh, it's nice, I would like to watch, but
Yes.
it doesn't even appear for me, so all this cycle is really weird. It's good because we are like watching something we like, but at the same time, it's like deciding for us because it doesn't show, right?
Yes, we really don't know uh, if the things are balanced between our preferences and the things that they want to show us. We really don't know what happens behind. Sometimes, for example, YouTube shows me a lot of things that I usually watch.
Mhm.
Of course, a lot of videos in the content that I like, that I follow, but sometimes it's good to hear new things, for example. And I use YouTube a lot because for me all the content it's important. When I
Mhm.
listen a new album, for example, the picture of the album for me it's a part of the communication. And as I said before, I judge the album for the case. I don't know if I can
For
translate
the
this.
cover.
Yes, yes. Because for me, it's important to not too much, but it's
Mhm.
important. And it was good to do this sometimes because I found good music in this way, and
Mhm.
it's good
That's
too.
nice, yeah. And yeah, and the industry has like changed a lot. Like the value we use it to give to video clips was much bigger in the past, right? And like nowadays, I don't know, we don't watch video clips anymore. Like, I don't know if you do, but we are like usually like listening to music and doing like something else. So I don't pay too much attention to the clips anymore. So this is I know it's bad because it's such an investment, right, for the artists. So do you usually watch the video clip? Do you like having this experience?
Not too much. Sometimes I watch, but not too much exactly. It's the same. It's a lot of effort that they put in these video clips. Big productions. Uh,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Very good. Well, we have some questions here about how often and what kind of softwares or things you usually download. Do you download apps on your cell phone too, like often? What kind of things do you usually download?
well, I usually download books essentially. I nowadays I don't download more musics or video clips. I I try to remember now what I usually download, but essentially books, uh,
What
technical
what
books,
what like
non-technical books.
PDFs or in
Yes,
other what format?
I usually download in PDF, and sometimes I convert to Mobi to put on Kindle,
Mhm.
and, and that's it.
Yeah,
Technical and non-technical books
very
for
good.
my work and a little bit to read to.
That's good. So you said you don't download a lot of apps and things like this, right?
Yes, I don't know exactly, but uh, I don't remember. But no, I don't download a lot of apps
Let me
too
sh
much.
Yeah. I was thinking here, like we don't download songs anymore, right? And yesterday I went to the gym. My 4G connection stopped working, and I needed songs, Luis. I was like, oh my God, I don't have connection and I don't have music. I don't have any songs downloaded on my Spotify. So we sometimes still need to download songs on our apps because we don't think about it, but we may run out of connection or out of connection. Internet, I don't know, our 4G may ran out of. So sometimes we need to download the songs. Think about it. Do you usually download songs on Spotify, or you don't worry too much? Like when you are going out, do you like to download any songs on the app if you are like going out or not?
No, I don't usually download on the app. Just I don't usually.
No problem at all. What about
Bruna,
game? Go ahead.
Bruna, I'm sorry because I have an emergency call and I need to interrupt this.
Okay, you need to
I'm
leave. Is everything okay?
sorry. Yes, everything okay.
Okay, no problem
I'm
at all.
sorry.
It's all good. Have a great day, Dan. Thank you so much for coming, and we
I'm
can just
sorry. I'm
finish. No,
really,
it's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
really sorry.
Thank you so much. No
Thank
problem at
you.
all. Thank you for coming. See you. Bye bye.